So welcome back to another video. Today I'll be going over a few things that you guys need to stop doing or avoid doing in Apex Legends. This is a very long list and a very thoughtful list, because some of these things are really important for you to stop doing or avoid doing, so that you can win more games or fights or survive a bit longer in the games. Subscribe if you're new, leave a like, and let's get into the video. So number 1, stop getting caught out away from your teammates. You need to stop fighting without your teammates and pushing without your teammates. That is a very bad thing to do. One, I am sure not all of us can handle a 1v3, maybe a 1v2, but a 1v3 is kind of difficult to handle. So you need to stop getting caught out without your teammates. It is really difficult to deal with that, and you put a lot of stress on your team for them to come back for you and to try to clutch up, and then they're probably going, more than likely the odds are in their favor and they're going to lose, and by the time, even if they win and retrieve your banner, there is going to be a third party coming in and you just messed it up for your whole team. So stop getting caught out away from your teammates. Number 2, stop trying to fight every fight that you see. This is specifically for the Sunbright, the Liberation, and the blue fuzzy white hair raids, and the octanes, every single octane. Stop pushing every single fight you see. Sometimes it's best to just leave that fight alone, or if they haven't seen you as yet, just leave them alone and watch them for a while, or wait till they're getting into a fight and then third party. You do not need to always be the first team to be engaged in a fight. Sometimes it's best to wait and see what happens and see how it plays out, because you might just get the wrong end of the stick if you go into that fight. You might just throw the match for your team. You might cause an overall 5th party, especially in the Triangle of Death, Olympus. You do not want to be fighting there. Please stop pushing every single fight you see. Sometimes it's best to just sit and wait and see what happens. Number 3, stop over looting or loot too slowly. Sometimes I loot slowly, but I don't over loot. Why? Sometimes, no, not sometimes, all the time, I need the proper gun. I am not going to loot and run out with a P20 on a Mozambique and say, yeah, I'm going to try and find somebody to fight. No, I'm going to find a better weapon, at least a RE45 or a Peacekeeper, and go into a fight. I'm not saying that, oh, you're not supposed to just grab one gun and go for a fight. No, that isn't the smart thing to do. I know a lot of people say that, but that isn't the smart thing to do. It's better to have the odds in your favor than to have them against you. So loot properly, but don't overloot or loot too slowly. It will cost you. Number 4, stop carrying too much ammo. You are going to need inventory space for heals and nades. I know it's difficult to carry a bit less ammo with 2 automatic weapons, because I run 2 automatic weapons all the time. So what you can do is grab an AR, or if you're using an AR and a submachine gun, what you can do for the submachine gun is have 180 bullets in that, and for the AR 240. That's what I normally run. Or you can switch up your loadout to a shotgun and an AR, or a shotgun and a SMG, or a sniper and an AR or SMG. So you balance out the amount of ammo you carry, and you can carry more heals. Number 5, stop hugging the edge of the zone. You do not want to be the last team to rotate into the zone, because you will more than likely have people sitting at the edge of the next zone waiting for you to come in, and you will get lasered. So stop hugging the edge of the zone and just go into the zone as soon as you can. If you're not fighting, just go to the zone. Do not sit and wait for the zone to start moving in that you decide to go into the zone, and you're going to get beamed. Okay, this is for pubs and ranked as well. Especially, most of these tips are for ranked. I know I don't play ranked, but I'm sure most of these tips will help. Next tip, stop running the same loadout all the time. I literally switch up my loadout every single game. Sometimes my perfect loadout is a R301 and a vault. Sometimes I switch out the vault for a flatline, or I switch out the R01 for a R99, or I switch it out for a Havoc, or I switch it out for a Eva 8, or a Bow, or a Sentinel. Just stop running the same loadout every time, because too much of one thing isn't a good thing, so try to switch it up a lot. And on to the next tip. Stop waiting to rotate. This plays into hugging the zone as well, the edge of the zone as well. If you're not fighting, if you're not looting, just go into the edge, just go into the zone. Stop waiting for the zone to come in. Just go and rotate into the zone. Also rotate out of fights. If you see that you are at a disadvantage, leave that fight. Don't try to be Asu or Jesus himself and try to win that fight. Unbelievable odds. Don't do it. Just rotate out of the fight. Just leave the fight alone. Rotate out of it. Go somewhere else. Leave it alone. And this plays into the next tip as well. Don't overpush fights. You don't want to be overextending into a fight because you will get downed. You don't know where every single person is on the enemy's team. One might be flanking you, two might be distracting you. You don't want to leave your team and push the two and get down and then leave your team at a disadvantage. Don't overpush or overextend fights. This is especially for rates, because you people have a problem with overextending fights. But the key thing with that is you have your face. You shouldn't be getting down when you overextend, because you are the entry fragger. You get in, you get out with your face. That's all you need to do. So stop over pushing fights. And this next tip as well, don't shoot at every single person you see. Oh my god, bro, I cannot tell you the amount of times I've gotten random teammates that just shoot at every single person that moves on the map. You don't have to shoot at every single team that you see. As I said, you can just sit and wait and see what they do next. Sometimes it's best to leave a team alone. If you don't have to get into a fight with them, just leave them alone. I don't understand why do people need to just shoot at every single team they see. Just don't do it. Sometimes it's best to leave a fight alone than get into it, because not every action needs a reaction. Just because you see someone running around out in the open, that doesn't mean that you need to shoot at them. Just leave the team alone. Just wait and see what they do next, because more than likely you're going to probably shoot at them. You're going to be shooting for like 15 seconds. You just see a next team pull up behind of you because you weren't paying attention to your surroundings. So you're going to get third partied and you're going to get the shitty end of the stick. So stop shooting at every single team you see. The next tip, stop overextending for your teammates. If that person overextends and get downed, you don't need to put the entire team at risk trying to get the res off on them or trying to collect their banner. Sometimes it's best to just abandon them. You might say, hey, that's a bad thing, but no. Sometimes there are very, very questionable people in Apex Legends who do very questionable things, and sometimes it's best for your team to get the win. So you're going to need to leave them in that situation, even if you want to. You're just going to have to leave them. You're going to have to leave their banner, or just leave them while they're down, because the odds are against you. There might be a third party, a fourth party, or a fifth party coming in, and it's just not looking great for you. So you don't need to risk your team's win or your team's advantage by overextending for your teammates. And the next tip, stop solo pushing. This is for the TTV rates, the Octanes. Yeah, just those two. I don't see anyone else. Please stop pushing every single fight you see solo. The odds are, and I'm going to be real with you, you're probably not that good to be pushing a fight solo. Yeah, you might get lucky 1 or 2 times, but stop pushing every single fight solo. You are on a team for a reason. You are going to want to communicate with your teammates to get the best advantage possible to win that fight. So you need to stop pushing solo. Your teammates are there to help you, and it is a team game. Stop solo pushing every single fight you see. And then you're going to get upset when you get downed and leave the game in 0.12 seconds. I have seen it happen a lot of times. Even the other day, I was literally on Red's body, healing her, and she left the game. So please, stop solo pushing fights. You are not that guy. You're not who you think you are. Next tip, carry more nades. Grenades are essential. Grenades, I have stick so many arc stars, frag grenades, thermite grenades that help us to win a fight just from the grenade alone. Even if it's one, carry more grenades. If you're using a horizon, you need to carry at least 2 arc stars. Carry 2 arc stars. Sacrifice ammo, heals, carry 2 arc stars. I said it in my horizon guide. I leave the link down below and leave a card right here. Carry more nades. The next tip, stop hot dropping. Oh my god, bro. Stop breaking off from your teammates. Not a fuck. Stop going to fragment. They need to delete fragment out of this game. Delete it off War's Edge. Stop hot dropping. You do not always need to hot drop at a heavily contested area. You might say, oh, but hot dropping gets you better. No, it doesn't. All you're going to do is carry down your KD and get this sense of, oh, hot dropping is the only thing that gets you better. No, it doesn't. It takes more than gun skill to play this game. You need a sense of awareness, decision making, movement, a lot other things than just gun skills. So hot dropping every single time in a heavy contested area to pick up a P20 while the other person has a R99 with his other 3 teammates standing around you is not in your odds and in favorable. You need to stop hot dropping. It doesn't make you better. As much as the pros say, oh my god, it makes you better. No, it makes them better. It doesn't make you better. Stop landing at heavily contested areas. And the next tip, change your drop locations. You need to be changing it up. Stop landing, as I said, fragment every single game. TTV Raid 21. Land at the new POIs. Land harvest or land somewhere else. Just change it up. You don't want it to get stale and frustrating every single game. Sometimes landing where there isn't a lot of action is good. Just stop hot dropping every single game. Next tip, stop playing the same legend all the time. Alright, I know you have your mains. You probably have 1 or 2 main. I have 2, Valkyrie and Horizon. You need to change it up a bit. I play most of the legends in this game. The only legend I haven't played is Caustic and Fuse and Watson. I try to get familiar with every single legend in the game, so in case that takes my 2 mains, I'll have another option to play a next legend because I already know how the kit works, because I understand your kit completely. So you need to stop playing the same legend all the time. The next tip, take a break. Every single time I play this game, let's say I'm playing for a long hours, because when I'm playing with my friend, I play with my friends, play for long hours. I take like a 2 to 4 hour break from this game, because coming back with a refreshed mental and refreshed hands will help you to win more games and to play better overall, and also play with a positive mindset. There is a lot of negativity in Apex. People are like, oh my god, I can't get better at this game because I'm playing on a controller. Oh my god. Please stop complaining. Stop making excuses. I'm sure everyone started out somewhere, and the pros also started out somewhere, and look at where they are now. Even if you're on a console, that doesn't matter, bro. There are a lot of good console players out there, but you're going to say, oh my god, they have scuff control. That doesn't even matter either. They just have an extra pattern. Stop complaining, bro. You will eventually get better. Okay? Play with a positive mindset and take breaks. You need to drink water, take breaks. Stop running with your guns out. This is a problem that I have as well. I run with most of my guns because I don't want anyone to get the drop on me when I'm around corners. It happens a lot to me, to be honest. But stop running with your guns out. You will thank me for getting that extra movement speed. When you have your gun holstered in fights, or when you're running to a location, you don't need to always have your gun out. You only need to have your gun out when you're fighting, and sometimes putting it away when they take a pause from shooting to push up or to push out is good, because you will get an extra movement speed. Take more heals. You need to be taking more heals, especially if you survive to the last 2 rounds. You need to take more heals. Why? Because from there it's just going to be a long range fight. No one is going to push at the end of the zone, at the last zone, so you're going to need to take more heals to outlast your enemies in that long range fight. Take more cells instead of syringes. You only need 4 syringes. You don't need more than 4 syringes. You need like 2 medkits, 2 shield batteries and like 8 shield cells. That's my preferred healing loadout, because 4 syringes full of health, and I take 1 Phoenix kit as well. And yeah, just carry more cells instead of syringes. Your teammates will thank you for it, especially if you have a gold shield which uses fast charges. You only need 2 shield cells to charge a shield. So yeah, take more shield cells instead of syringes. And the last tip, change up your playing style. Sometimes playing aggressive won't always win you a match or win you a fight. Sometimes you need to play it passive, sit back, watch, have a sniper, aim, boom, snipe. Change it from that to aggressive, passive aggressive. You have a AR, you have a SMG, boom, bam. You're in a passive aggressive state. Then you change it to aggressive, a shotgun and a SMG. You push a fight that you're already engaged in. Don't push random people, as I said before. The SMG, a shotgun, you get a down and one of them, your teammate can clean up the rest. Change up your playing style. Not every time the same playing style will work for you in the game, so you need to change it up a bit. And that's the end of the video. I hope you learned something today, or you take a couple tips from this for things that you need to stop doing or start doing in Apex Legends, because this game is unnaturally frustrating. So sometimes you just need to change it up, take a break, and maybe you implement 1 or 2 of these tips into your playing style or into. So yeah, this has been Playboy Sasuke. I hope you learned something today, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, have a great day.